U.S. President Donald Trump accused both Israel and Iran of breaching a ceasefire he had announced earlier on Tuesday, calling on both nations to immediately de-escalate. Do not drop those bombs. If you do, it is a major violation. Bring your pilots home, now. Trump posted on his Truth Social platform, directing the warning specifically at Israel. Speaking to reporters en route to a NATO summit in The Hague, Trump expressed open frustration. "We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing," he said. His comments underscored the fragility of the ceasefire between Israel and Iran, longtime adversaries now engaged in open conflict following Israel's initial strikes on June 13th. Despite the truce, hostilities persisted Tuesday morning. 4 people were killed in Israel by incoming missiles, while Iran reported at least 9 deaths from Israeli attacks. Shortly after Trump's ceasefire announcement, Israel accused Iran of launching additional missiles, an allegation Tehran denied. Nevertheless, Israeli officials pledged a strong response. Amid the confusion, it remained unclear whether Israeli aircraft were en route to Iran. The Israel Defense Forces did not immediately issue a statement. However, Israeli Channel 12 reported that the military had struck a radar installation inside Iran. "I think they both violated it," Trump acknowledged. Still, when asked if the ceasefire was falling apart, he added, "I don't think so." The president's truce declaration came late Monday night, marking what he described as an end to a 12-day war that saw both Israeli and U.S. strikes on Iranian nuclear facilities, followed by Iranian retaliation. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps said it launched 14 missiles at Israel just before the ceasefire deadline, in response to an earlier Israeli strike that reportedly killed several Iranian personnel. Trump voiced particular disappointment with Israel's conduct, suggesting its retaliation to a single Iranian missile was excessive. "I'm not happy with Israel for going out there. It was one rocket," he said. "These guys got to calm down. I'm not happy with Iran either." The ceasefire followed a dramatic escalation the night before, when Iran retaliated against a U.S. attack over the weekend by firing missiles at an American base in Qatar. Tehran had alerted both Qatar and Washington in advance, and no casualties were reported. Since the war began on June 13th, the Iranian government reports 606 fatalities, while Israeli emergency services say 28 people have died in Iran's missile strikes, including 4 on Tuesday. Trump reaffirmed the truce early Tuesday, posting, "The ceasefire is now in effect. Please do not violate it," at approximately 9:10 a.m. Dubai time. Markets reacted quickly. Oil prices dropped sharply on signs that Iran's strike on the U.S. base was a calculated, non-lethal move aimed at avoiding wider conflict. Brent crude fell 3.9% to $68.75 per barrel by midday Tuesday, after sliding more than 7% on Monday, bringing prices nearly back to pre-war levels. According to a senior White House official, Trump brokered the ceasefire in a Monday call with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Vice President J.D. Vance, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, and Special Envoy Steve Witkoff held both direct and back-channel negotiations with Iranian representatives. According to a senior White House official, Trump brokered the ceasefire in a Monday call with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Vice President J.D. Vance, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, and Special Envoy Steve Witkoff held both direct and back-channel negotiations with Iranian representatives.